Hi, my name is Angela, and today I'm going to talk about my achievements and challenges as a young writer with Down syndrome. I'm going to first talk to you about myself and my journey as a writer, as well as my challenges and the key achievements as a writer, as well as my love of performing arts and my advocacy activities. I'm a younger person with Down syndrome. I live in Malta. My mom is Sri Lankan and my dad is Italian. I'm an only child, and I'm currently doing a BA degree in performing arts at the Malta College of Arts, Science, and Technology, where I previously did my advanced diploma in performing arts. I'm a writer, actor, and advocate for inclusion in the performing arts. I was born in Oxford, and I lived there until I was 7. I studied at a mainstream nursery and primary school. I had a heart surgery at 85 months, and I had many doctor visits and hospital stays because I had pneumonia and chest infections. The silver lining was that even though I spent time ill, it meant that I had a lot of time for books. So many rainy weekends were spent at the library or bookshop. My favorite bookshop was a cafe bookshop called Borders. Because I was ill so often, my parents decided to move somewhere warm. So we moved to Rome when I was 7. These me and my parents at the Colosseum. I attended a small mainstream English primary school. These me are my best friends, and these me at one of my first performances. And I learned to type using the Little Fingers program when I was 8. When I was 7 or 8 years old, I used to travel often from Rome to Tuscany to see my grandparents. I'm an older child, so things can get boring. So I started making up stories about a brother and sister and telling my parents. My parents then told me to try and write them down. So I did. I had just begun to write, so I had better handwriting and spelling, but I still began to write. My parents decided to self-publish my best stories into a book. So, for my first communion, my presents were money for the book. My first book is called More Adventures of Edmund and Martha, and my mom drew the pictures using my photos as inspiration. Each story begins with a page of my handwritten story. You can see me here at my writing boards. The second book was written when I was 12. It's called More Adventures of Edmund and Martha. It's about the same family and some stories with a dog called the Star. The illustrations were done by my friends in 7 countries. I moved to Malta when I was 12. So when I finished primary school in Rome, we couldn't find an English school that was willing to take me. So my parents didn't want to go back to England because of the weather. So they decided to try Malta. But I attended a mainstream school called St. Martin's College, where I spent 5 years at, and I allowed 6 O levels. When I was 14, I wrote my first book called A Moment in Two Worlds. Here are the stories that I was inspired by. The illustrations were done by my school friends in Malta. I'd like to tell you how we did the cover of this book. I had visited Dubai with my parents and had some beautiful photos in the aquarium. So we decided to use one of these photos as the background. We also put a mermaid drawn by one of my friends. Here's the final version. When I was 16, I wrote my third book called Malta Goes to Boarding School. I was inspired by the summer camp sequence in the Brighton boarding school stories, as well as my own experiences at the performing arts school and at a youth choir, as well as my school drama trip to London and my trip to perform in Disneyland Paris. I wrote the whole book out by hand in the writing book, then I typed it up. My mom then read it, and together we decided which parts to keep. Afterwards, my mom edited it. The chapters were then separated, and the titles were put in. It was done to an editor in England, who suggested small changes. My dad then made the ready to print a file, and the books were printed in England. The idea for the cover of this book came from an idea from a board that my friends made for my birthday. Malta has her friends and other important characters in the book write about what they like about her and what she's good at. So the cover gives you an idea of what the book is about. Here is the first version. This is the final one. My school organized a book launch and sale for my third and fourth book. Here you can see the line of children waiting for me to sign their books. My book launches were also featured in the Times of Malta, the main newspaper of Malta. All the money collected from selling the book went to a charity in Sri Lanka called the Hands of Hope. It's a center for teenage girls with learning difficulties. So when I visited my grandparents in Sri Lanka for Christmas, I was able to visit the center. The books were promoted in 2 bookshops in Sri Lanka and sold for the charity. In 2019, I did a book presentation and sale in my own school in Rome. None of this was created in memory of an ex-pupil and a friend of mine. None of this promotes education for students and research studies on cancer prevention and treatment. I'm continuing to write whenever I have a time on my hands at any time of the day, as is a mode of relaxation for me. Here are some of my writing books. I have 3 current projects going on. The first one is called Cameron's Choice. It's a middle-grade novel about a chubby young boy who is a dancer. The second one is called Inner Demons, and it's an all-voice young adult novel. Inner Demons is a complicated love story, and the main character, Jessica, has Down syndrome, and it's loosely based on me. and this is going out with Cameron. And lastly, I'm writing a number called No Assumptions, Please, 18 years with Down syndrome. Now let's talk about my key achievements as a writer. In 2020, I was selected to be part of the UK Archbound Foundation Creative Writing Mentorship Program, where they link up budding writers with writers are currently underrepresented for publishing with experienced professionals. In 2021, I was selected to be one of the 5 recipients of the Artisty Award by Arts Council Malta, which includes an 18-month mentorship and many opportunities and funding towards a project of my choice. My artistic vision is to break down society's assumptions about what we think is normal and what we think is different, and to break down stereotypes by introducing characters in my writing who are different to the norm, and by sharing my own experiences and achievements as a writer and performer with Down syndrome, and to be a role model for children with Down syndrome, and to help raise expectations from the families and teachers. I'm also currently an ambassador for the World Literacy Foundation. I have also faced some challenges as a writer. The main challenge has been to find an agent or a publisher for my books. I began looking last year for Cameron's Choice, and I got many encouraging rejection letters. I write with a season, so it's not easy to focus on something that can sell. Now, I would like to tell you a bit about my love of performing arts and my interest in advocacy. In 2019, I went on an Erasmus Plus VET placement to an inclusive theatre called Circumstance in London for 3 weeks. Circumstance brings together people from different social backgrounds, ethnic groups, religion, skin color, and disabilities. I volunteered in the children's performance team where I did shows for children 0 to 6 years old. I was also asked by my mentor to write a story for the team to perform. It was something I have always wanted to do, to have a story of mine being performed. This also allowed my interest in advocacy. I joined Opening Doors Malta, a theatre group for adults with learning disabilities. They invited me to be the blogger, where I write a regular blog series called No Assumptions, Please. In 2020, I followed the Commonwealth Children and Youth Disability Network Capacity Building Program, and I am now on the Executive Committee. I have also taken part in several advocacy activities. Here are a few. For World Down Syndrome Day 2021, I did an advocacy video called 16 3 Anchor Chromosomes, 1 Message, where I got 2 of my friends with Down syndrome and 3 without Down syndrome to sing with me. I redid a cover of a song from the Netflix film The Prom. In 2020, I did an interview with the National Agency of Malta for Down Syndrome Awareness Month, which is now. I also participated in the discussion groups where Malta's new cultural strategy was being developed, and I pushed for more inclusion in performing arts training and performance. I was invited to be one of the 10 members of Malta's Younger People's Disability Rights Forum, which was started this autumn. For the first time in Malta, there are 2 mixed ability stars with the actors with and without disabilities. One was had already contradictory. It's in Maltese and English, and I played one of the main roles. The second is an inclusive dance show called the Automaniacs, where we will have 6 performances in November. Here is a clip from the victory. I know what I'm feeling, just like you're feeling. I feel. Don't interpret my feelings. My feelings are mine. I'm here. Alright. I would like to thank the World Down Syndrome Congress for this opportunity to speak. I would also like to thank my parents, schools, learning support assistants, and my teachers. I hope you will get in touch with me. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and my website. Thank you all for listening.